Hello everyone, welcome to Learning with Reda. Today we're going to make a Today we're going to make a WordPress server and I'm going to use DigitalOcean. But you can set up your Ubuntu server however you want. If you want to do it with a laptop or as a virtual machine, whatever. I'm going to use DigitalOcean. And I will provide a link down below that you can enter and you will get $200 credit for 2 months that you can play with. And there is actually a lot of interesting things you can do. You can do like Kubernetes and some exciting stuff. But today we're going to make a Ubuntu server and we're going to use it to deploy our WordPress server page. Sorry, English is not my first language. So anyway, we go into DigitalOcean and I created a new project, Learning with Reda WordPress server, and we're going to spin up a droplet. And I want it to be close to me, so I will choose London. Ubuntu, basic, and this is enough. Password. So what we're going to do is we are going to connect to this droplet as root, but later on we will connect to it by SSH. So this is not really a good idea actually, but later on we can disable this. This is just to make it so easy as possible. One droplet, let's call it like Ubuntu VP server. So Ubuntu WordPress is enough, and LVR, Learning with Reda, create droplets. While this is being created, I want to show you something. I already went and bought a domain, learningwithreda.com. So what you want to do with this is you want to point this to an IP address. So I did this before because I want it will make the whole thing a little easier for us. But let's go back to our DigitalOcean. So here is our virtual machine, our droplet. Let's press on it. So you can see we have a IPv4 address, but we don't have a static address. And of course we want a static IP for our server. So what you do is you press manage, networking, reserved IPs. And I got, okay, so I have 2. So this is, I take this address, I go into my domain, and I will point to this domain. Okay, save. Okay, so now if I press here, you can see it still points to the old one. So it takes a little time, sometimes it can take a while, so no problem, we will do something else meanwhile. Okay, assign to a droplet, Ubuntu, assign reserved IP. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to our machine. Löneutredaren. So now we press on it, and you can see we have a reserved IP, this address, and it's 209.38.170.229. So if you check here, 209.38.170.229, it's the same. So this is good. So sometimes, like, we have pointed to our new IP, and yeah, sometimes it says here that observe that it can take some time, take some hours actually, before the changes go through. So if you check here DNS checker, it still points to the old one, so no problem. We will continue with our droplet. So here we press console, and we're gonna create our user account. Okay, so what you do is you write sudo user add ms, and then bin bash, and then we write our user's name. And now I want to set a password, sudo passvd redan. Okay, and now we have, this is just a normal user. We have to add this user to the group sudoers so we can use our sudo. So we type sudo user mod ag sudo so let me just check. Sudo user mod ag sudo. Yes. Okay. And now we're gonna set up our firewall. I have a document actually that I made myself, and if you want to, I can upload the document as well. So okay, let's set up our firewall. So sudo ufv allow http, and then we want to see, I can press on the arrow keys up and down. If I press up, I get the last command that we made. So I just pressed up, and then I want to add https. So now we have opened ports 80 and 443. 80 for HTTP and 443 for HTTPS. And now we want to write sudo systemctl status SSH just to check so it's active. Okay, so now we write sudo ufv allow SSH, and we write sudo ufv default deny incoming. Incoming. And now we enable our firewall, sudo ufv enable, and you can see I don't need to write the whole word, the whole command. I can just write ENA and then tab, and it finishes the word. Enter. Yes. Y for yes. Okay, so now we're going to move over to PowerShell on our local machine. So here I can show you. I right click PowerShell. Let's type it PowerShell 7. Right click, run as administrator. Yes. Now let's connect. So we type SSH reda at, and now we need our IP address. So I just copy this, right click, enter, yes. The authentication of host can't be established. This key is not known by another name. Or you want to continue connecting? Yes. Now we write our password. And now we are in. Now we have connected to our droplet on DigitalOcean with SSH from our local machine. So why do I want to do this? Well, I want to do this because I think it's a lot easier, because I have my document here on the left and I can simply just copy paste. For me it's a lot simpler. So now we want to install Apache. Well, wait, I forgot something. We actually want automatic updates, because maybe we won't check this computer every day, so we want it to download and upgrade itself. So what you do is you write sudo apt install unattended upgrades, and this will check for security updates and other upgrades. So press enter and we write our sudo password. Okay, and now I want to write this. So this is that, so we can activate our automatic updates. So let's configuring unattended upgrades. Applying updates on a frequent basis is an important part of keeping systems secure. By default, updates need to be applied manually using package management tools. Alternatively, you can choose to have the system automatically download and install important updates. Automatically download and install stable updates. Yes. Enter. There are more commands you can do. For one command we can do this, etc. apt conf d50 unattended upgrades, and you can choose what you want. You can fine tune it, but I will not do that. And as well you can do this unattended upgrade automatic reboot. So this will actually automatically reboot it if required. And now I don't think so. You can do it if you want to, but in this case I won't do it. So let's continue. So what did we do? We deployed our droplet. We assigned it a static IP. We bought a domain, and that domain we pointed to that static domain. If you don't want to do that, there are free services, DNS services. There is one called nip.io. I can show you later on. But if you use the free services, you will usually just get your address your IP address example nip.io. But in this example we want to enter learningwithreda.com and reach our server. So we have to install Apache. So what you do is you write sudo apt install Apache 2. Yes. So when this is done, we're gonna check that this actually worked. So what you want to do is you want to write curl http dot I don't know the name for this in English, sorry. I know this is slash, but this I don't know, sorry. Double dot. Anyway, localhost. Enter. So if you got all these texts, the test was successful, or Apache install was successful. So now we want to use another command, sudo mv. mv is move, but it's also, you can use this command to rename items and files. So here we're gonna rename our index HTML that is in our directory var www.html. We want to rename this file to this. So usually you would use move, like you would choose the file and the location, but doing this you just change the name of the file. And now we want to create a new index.html, and I'm going to use nano to do this because I think nano is easier in the beginning. There are other like most people use V and Vi and Vim, but I think nano is it's a lot more user friendly. So here you want to write like this. So I'll wait now so you can see and you can type. When you are done, you press Ctrl X and then Y and enter. So now we are going to use, sorry about that. So what do? We want to test if what we wrote in the file worked. So again, curl http localhost. Test. You can see this is what we wrote. So very successful. Now we want to install certbot, because when you will enter our website, it will not be secured. For the moment, it will only be HTTP, but we want HTTPS. We want a SSL certificate. And we're going to use Let's Encrypt to get our SSL certificate. So what you do is you write sudo apt install certbot python free certbot apache. Yes. And now when this is done, you write sudo certbot apache domains and you write the domain. So in your case, if you used a free DNS service, you would write your like IP address .nip.io, or your domain if you bought a domain like mechanic101.com. You get the picture. And I used both of these because we want, if a user writes learningwithreda.com, he will get to our domain, and if he writes www.learningwithreda, he will get there as well. So, and maybe this won't work because we don't know if the DNS points to the right address. We can actually check it for now. So DNS checker, you can see our IP address has 209.107.229. So when we checked before, our DNS checker, all of these point to 209.168.160.252. So let's see if it has updated. So you can see this is wrong. See at 229. You can see this is wrong. This is right. This is wrong. This is right. This is right. This is right, etc. So we can try, but it might fail. But let's try. So we go back to our PowerShell and we write sudo certbot apache domains learningwithreda.com www.learningwithreda.com. We enter a email. Just press Y. Let's see if it works. So it worked. It actually worked. So if it doesn't work for you, don't worry. You just have to wait a little more. If you got the error or that something didn't work, don't get mad. Don't get angry. Just take a walk, watch a episode, watch a movie, whatever. Do whatever you want. Wait an hour, wait, and then try again. Because if you just sit and you try, you will get frustrated, because you need to wait for the address that we entered in our DNS service to point to the right IP address. Yesterday I was doing another web page, and I switched. Like before, that service was with a provider, but I removed it and just wanted the DNS service, and I hosted my own server, and I had to wait maybe 1-2 hours. So don't get mad, just take it easy. So now we want to check it, okay? If you press 1, it will be this file, but of course we want this number 2. So I will press 2. There you have it. So now if we can check how it worked, okay? So we open a new anonymous, a private window, and I will type let's learning with Reda. So test, and you can see here connection is secure, and we can actually test this. So you can enter this. You can enter sslabs.com. I will provide the link down below actually. So test your server, and we write learning with reda.com, and this will test our SSL certificate. So it takes a little time. So you can see here a summary. Overall rating A. So this is very good. You can improve it more, but this is very good. So this link, I will provide it below, and I will provide this link as well, and for DigitalOcean. And Lupia, it's just a service I used. It's Swedish, but you can use there are a lot of these services that you can use, but I can provide the link for this as well. So now let's go back. So what did we do? We deployed a droplet on DigitalOcean. We enabled, we made a user, and we enabled SSH. We set up a firewall, and we deployed our web server with Apache, and we secured it with a certbot using Let's Encrypt for a SSL certificate. And now we want WordPress, right? So to get WordPress to work, you need to install Maria database. So I will show you how to do this as well. So what you do is you type sudo apt install MariaDB server. Yes, of course. Okay, so it's good. Now I'm going to install this password generator. You don't need to, but I will do it. I think it's good. So what you want to do is you want to type this down. So I will show you. We enter, and now we want to use it. So you type pvgen and then space 20. So here we have 20 very good passwords. I'm just gonna choose one of them, and I'm gonna right click it so that it's saved. So now I'm going to write this up so we don't forget it. Okay, so I'm just going to save it for now. Okay, so now we have to enter our database and enter our parameters. So like always, sudo and then mariadb user root. Okay, so now I will show you what you have to write. So you type create database WordPress and observe create database. I think this has to, okay, so that's should be capital letters. Oi. Create database WordPress. Okay, enter. And now we will use now you will type grant all privileges on WordPress *2 VP user at localhost identified by, and now we enter the password that we used. And then this, and don't forget these. You have to type, I don't know what this is called in English, but you have to use it. So you see it was here, create database WordPress, this dots, so it has to be the same here. And now you write flush privileges, enter. Now we are done, so you type exit. Now we install WordPress. So you use curl https WordPress latest targ. So this is to download the WordPress. And WordPress uses PHP, so we have to download PHP as well. So you type sudo apt install php library lib apache 2 mod php php mysql php common php xml rpc php json php apache php gd. So it's a long command. Enter. As always, yes. Now let's check our PHP version. 8.3. Okay, so you type sudo a2 en mod, and we type, I will change these X's to the version 8.3, enter. And now we restart Apache. So sudo systemctl restart Apache. And now we want to create our test. We want to create and test PHP, sorry. So we enter, you type sudo nano, like before, var www.html info pop. And here you type, I will show you, and I will wait a little so that you have time to write it and save it. When you're now, we are done. I will press Ctrl X, Y, enter. And now we want to remove our test files. So sudo remove rm remove HTML. Okay. CD. And now we want to extract our WordPress. So to extract, you remember before we downloaded up here, we downloaded WordPress. Now we want to extract it. So tar cxf latest tar, guess yeah, okay, enter. And now we want to enter the new catalog. So cd choose directory WordPress. So this is, you will see a change here. So now it's WordPress. We're gonna copy a config sample and create a new file. So like before, no, sorry, not before, cp, this is the copy command. So you can see that we copy this. And now we want to write. So here we want to change some parameters. So again we use nano vp config. So what do we want to do? We want to change some things. We want to change database to WordPress. We want to change database user to VP user, and we want to change our database password. So we go down to our database name here, and it's WordPress. WordPress, and DB user VP user. And database password, we copy it. Okay, so I have to do like this. DAE F6 EESHI 7 EIH4U. So let me just double check this. Oh, see, very good, I double checked this. It should be a big U. Okay, so that's it. And like before, Control X, yes. Okay. So now we want type print working directory, pwd, to see where we are. And we are in home, reda, WordPress. So we want to move these files to their right location. So we're going to use this command, sudo move, and this star is for the files here in this directory. We want to move them to var www.html. So move command is for moving and renaming, and in this case we moved. And now we want to choose directory. You can see we want to enter this directory, so press enter. And you can see now from being in WordPress we are, and from being in home reda WordPress, we are now in var www.html. So now we want to check permissions, so you use the list command and then L to get a list. So you can see these files, all these WordPress files, they are owned by reda, and this is wrong. We have to change permissions of these files to www data. So I will show you the command for this. Sudo change owner, I think it's called that, change owner, and this is redundant, so this is for everything, and we want to change it to www data. Okay, so now we type ls again and see if it worked. So now you can see from being owned by reda, they are now owned by data. This is good. So now we are done with this part. Now we actually go into our browser. So let's go to our browser and type let's learning with reda, and so we are done. Now we are at WordPress installation, and you have all these languages that you can use. I'm gonna use English, so press continue. Site title is learning with reda. Username, and be sure to write this down. So be sure to write this down. Okay, email, I can use reda install WordPress. Now let's log in. Here you have it. So this is the admin mode. We can look at the pages, for example. Let's look all pages, and here we have a sample page. So this is the sample page. So congratulations, you have just made a virtual machine, whatever. You have made a Ubuntu server that's hosting a website, and the website is secure through Let's Encrypt SSL encryption. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I can just show you something. If you want, you can add a new page, and you can see you have some free themes here. So we can use, maybe let's use like, something great is coming soon, and we can add a title here like home, and let's write like something amazing is happening. Something amazing is happening. Subscribe to get notified when our website is ready. So this is kind of cool, and we can change the image as well. So I just press the image and I select replace, and you can upload your own files. So maybe this will be a fan page for like Berserk. So I chose this picture. It's of Berserk. It's a manga and anime I used to watch when I was younger. So whatever, you can do whatever you want. You can upload you can make a fan page, you can make a store, whatever, a blog. So this is our page, our home page, and we change the picture, we change the text, and maybe you don't like the yellow, so what you can do is so here, like subscribe, we can press here, and we can, if you want, we can change, like you can press here, you can enter a link, like let's enter just like YouTube. So okay, so this is just to show you. So yeah, and you can we can add a new block as well. So let's see what we can add. We can add like a heading, like welcome to my amazing website, and you can move it up. So, and if you maybe you didn't like this, so we can press here and we can delete. So I will show you, like if we now enter this page, or Learning with Reda, you go into the blog. So we made here a new page, so let's publish this. Okay, so let's go back, and we want, like when a user goes here, he gets to the blog, we want him to go to the new page that we made. So you go to appearance, and you go to settings, and then reading, and here your home page displays, and let's make a static page, and you can make home, save changes. So now, here we are, and if we press here, we come to YouTube. And you can make, there are plugins if you want. A lot of people use Elementor. This is a plugin that helps you build a website, but they have free options, but the really good ones are, you have to pay a monthly subscription for them. See here, screenshots. So yeah, that's it, and I think that your creativity and you can watch guides or you can learn yourself, but with time you can build a really amazing website. So thank you for watching this video with me, and for being patient with me, and for sticking around. Thank you. Bye.